Well, here we are. This is our last day. My son Mario over here. There he is eating his crawfish on the beach. We're on Galveston Boulevard Peninsula. Beach, and you can actually drive on the beach. Isn't this cool? Check this out. Now, this was one of my anxieties. I'm a newbie, first time for our week here, and when I started thinking about doing this a couple months ago, I looked on YouTube for videos about minivan towing, and I saw hundreds and thousands of YouTube videos, and here's another one. But there wasn't any about towing, the capability of towing with a minivan. And I wanted to make just some notes for you newbies out there who have a family minivan, who want to take an RV out. RV Share is a wonderful resource to rent, to explore, or rent a travel trailer, a recreational travel trailer camper for you and your family. Just so cool. The weight restrictions for the minivan are 3,500 pounds. What I do is you got to look for the 2,800 pound dry weight, and then you're going to add your stuff. Couple tips for the newbies out there. I wish that I had really understood this, but when you rent your RV, your camper trailer back there, make sure the water tanks are all dry. You can use the hookup at the RV park for your water, but don't drive with water. And then all the weight put over your in your minivan, put it behind the driver's seat, and we took out one of the seats in the passengers so Mario can sit and watch his movies. And we have all the weight from the ice chest and everything in the middle, not over the tailgate, because the downward weight for the hitch is about 750 pounds, and I don't want to go anywhere near that because we don't have on the minivan near as the clearance that a truck would have. My other big concern of being getting on the Boulevard Peninsula was getting on the ferry, and I was really nervous about that. Oh no, because I had scraped the hitch. I have 6-7 inches of hitch clearance, but some of these gas stations or pullovers, when you or if you do a side street, the dip, and I scraped a couple times, and that's just not a pleasant experience to feel in the ear. So I was worried about getting stuck on the ferry on-ramp and then blocking traffic, but I had no problem. And the only thing that you had to be aware of when you're getting on the ferry is to turn off your propane. The security guy will turn off your propane. Well, I'm going to turn this around here. I'm going to turn this around so I can share this wonderful. So there's Mario. There's Mario, and we made it. Here, he's eating crawfish, our leftovers. Look at that. We went to Gumbo crawfish. We usually go to, we usually go to Beano's crawfish. But last night we decided, because Gumbo's crawfish has beignets. Gumbo's Diner has beignets. So here's a couple other tips for you newbies. I packed this folding table. I'm really glad because it's small inside the camper. It's great for sleeping in your bathroom and your kitchen. I packed 2 extra chairs. That's just really handy. I have a shade tent, but I'm not putting it on. Here's what I'm talking about, you guys. I'm going to go around the other side. But isn't that cool? Look at that. We're on the beach. I was really nervous about the beach having the hard sand, if I'd be able to do it. And yeah, look there's a lot of people down there. See that? There's a lot of people on the beach. What I really keeps recommending, I'm so glad Dan, shout out to Dan from RV Share. Thank you, Dan. He rented me this extra support weight distribution trailer hitch. That's what makes it possible for a minivan to tow, or else this would be swaying all over the place. I'd love, if you guys do rent one, get one with a slide. The slide is awesome. That's Mario's bed. It slides out really far. And a couple other things I learned. There's the freshwater drain, the low points, those 2 little knobs down there. Make sure you drain those before you drive. I must have drained 10 gallons of water out of that. And it's just fresh water. You can it's just the extra water that's in the system. Now, I didn't do any of that dumping yet, but there's another low point freshwater drain here. From when you hook up the hose, the city hose hooks up there for the water. The electricity, it hooks up here, and there's two little drains down there. It's just such a great. And I got on the beach. We did a sortie run. There's the street. We came out. We went all the way down to where, way down there on that beach down there. We went up the other street. We did a run just to make sure that I didn't want to stop and not be able to turn around here. So anyhow, thanks Dan. And RV share is a big way to go if you just want to, like me, you wanted to rent a few before you buy them, because they're $30,000 to get one. There's Mario. Mario's, look at, he's just chowing his crawfish. By the way, Mario was on the news, and if you go to my Facebook page, Mario was on the news. KHOU. Mario's wave. Mario was on the news for his Save Vacuums of America YouTube special. Yeah, you can look at it. You can click it on YouTube too. It's Help Mario Save Vacuums of America. That's the GoFundMe page. Check it out. He was so cool. He's raised $4,000 so far to help save his local favorite vacuum store. Pretty cool. Well, here's a couple tips for you newbies out there. Number one, you can get on the ferry if you're in Houston area. No problem. Just make sure you drive tow with no water in the tanks. I learned that from Dan. Thanks, Dan. Turn your propane off, of course, when you're driving. Safety. We stayed at the Boulevard Peninsula RV Park, and it was super quiet. The front desk was really nice. They had contactless check-in. We just picked up a paper. And Mario saw the lawnmower guy in a zero-turn lawnmower. It was awesome. What else here? Oh, love the slide. For this RV right here from Dan, if you rent this 20-footer, it's a River Force R-Pod, and it has the windows, 3 windows and a door, and there's great breeze all night. It was just fine. Box fan. Make sure you bring a box fan, because if there's no breeze, you definitely want a box fan. And oh, I've got to show you this. I purchased a couple of these before the big ice storm, and this helped me out in the Houston ice storm. I'm going to switch hands here. Look at this light, this little flashlight right here. It has a light bar, fluorescent light bar. It has your beam light. It has an emergency flasher. It flashes red flashers, 3-in-1. You get 3 of these from Amazon for like $19. A magnet at the bottom, so you can stand up on a metal surface, or a clip. When I read at night, I clip it right here with the fluorescent, so that when Mario's sleeping, was my handy. I use this for hours every night to read. I love to read at night, and I didn't want to keep my son awake with the overhead lights in the RV. This was a win for this little light. I have no idea what it's called, but you get a set of 3 for like $20 from Amazon. I love that clip there. All right, so a few more points before I end this newbie videos of towing a 20-foot RV with the
RV. You might want to clean it, because during the fires, you might want to clean it. And putting back, you need a cleaner. I'm a cleaner.
Mario was saying he's a cleaner, professional cleaner, and he'll help you clean your RV. Just send us an email. All right, so here's the quick points here. Give yourself a lot of extra time. For you newbies, this is I'm making the video I wish I could have seen before I towed the trailer. Number 1, give yourself lots of time. Chill, and focus. Enjoy your process. Now, this was a big one for me. Keep your hand at 10 and 2. Look at those waves. Yeah, don't be nervous like Dad. Mario's yelling, don't be nervous. Look at these. Keep your hands at 10 and 2. I always drive with one hand, and I lean back and chill. Now I sat up, hands at 10 and 2, stayed focused. Don't touch your phone. That was a hard one. Not even to check your navigation. Just set it and just be really careful. No phone. Stick to, oh, here's one. We were up at Bass Drop, Mario. What's it called? Lake Bass Drop?
Yeah.
We are at the Lake Bastrop State Park. Really cool our state park RV camp. Really, really cool. We enjoyed it. Kayaking and the quiet RV park. I pictured RV parks as being really crowded and noisy and people partying and everything. It was so pleasant. All right, so I'm getting gas before I come back to Houston, and I followed GPS trying to find Buc-ee's, and it took me on the side road. So I learned, don't trust your GPS. Stick to only main roads, like main roads. I went down some residential side streets, and I was coming up to a railroad crossing. I knew, just had an instinct that there's no way that I'm gonna clear that. I'm gonna get stuck on a railroad track. So I stopped, got really nervous. Mario was really quiet, and I had to pull into someone's private driveway. And then Mario got out of the car with his vest and helped me back up. And we had to back up the trailer. We pulled in the driveway, whoops, straight in, pulled in, and then had to back up and had to pull up again because I almost, backing up, swing wide, didn't want to hit the mailbox. The people were coming out of their houses. It was the situation I most didn't want to be in when I'm first time towing. And as I was backing up, the back bumper came so close to the curve, the grade up to the railroad tracks. I'm so glad that I instinctually knew not to go up over the railroad track, and that was my mistake of taking these small little side roads, trusting GPS. So I'm gonna sneeze here. There you go, sneeze heard around the world. So the whole point here with my nose, stick to the main roads. I was almost had a little crisis there. And another big point, look through pull-throughs, right, Mario?
Yeah, bring your seat back. Bring your seat back.
Oh, yeah, don't snore at night. All right, guys. Well, yeah, that's a good point, Mario. So get out there, bring your masks, social distance when appropriate, get vaccinated, help the numbers get better and better and better. And this is our first week foray out of 14 months of staying on our property. So well, I'm glad we did it. No, I'll definitely do it again. I've already made reservations next month for another week. And we're gonna go to another, oops, that was supposed to be a surprise, Mario. You didn't hear, I gotta walk away from Mario so he doesn't hear our surprise. So I got another week planned, another trip. We're gonna go to state parks. I wouldn't recommend your trip. For me, I was thinking going cross country, going from Texas to California. I'll turn around here so you can see the trailer here. There's Mario. But I'm not comfortable going past about a 2 hour, maybe 2.5 hour radius. It handles that fine like a champ, but I don't know if I would go. I think I'm gonna need to get a truck for the long distance one. So I'm glad I'm renting first before I bought one. But it's been a blast. I've enjoyed it. Get out there, enjoy the world. Okay, thanks, Dan. Thanks, Dan from RV Share. You're awesome. And there we go. This is the end of our trip. We're going to be hitting back up and drop off the trailer. So safe travels, you guys. Get out in the world. Enjoy yourself. Stay safe. Bye, everybody.